What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday over here. We do have quite a bit of these markets down. Bitcoin down below 27K again. Stock market is also down. Let's see what could be going on in this overall market as a whole. Of course, focusing on crypto. Main topic on this post will be about Axelar. Let's see what's going on in this market. Is there any sign of life? It is very close to the all-time lows. Could it actually get a bounce here and get some kind of life here? We're going to take a look into some potential upside as well as downside price targets for Axelar. Going to be taking a look into some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this price action to go either way. I want to be sharing with you guys my personal opinions and sentiments on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Lastly, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It is purely my personal sentiment and speculations on this market. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, but I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts. So we currently do have Axelar at about 34 cents, up actually very slightly, going against quite a bit of the markets here, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin did have a breakdown, which we will get to in just a minute because that is very important. It is still the main driver of this crypto markets. So, if you really got to pay attention to Bitcoin, in my opinion, and then the altcoin setup, right? But Axelar here is currently at about 34 cents, up almost 2% since yesterday. On this weekly time frame here, this is still a pretty new coin. And this is the chart that I'm finding most data on based on the KuCoin chart. Okay. On this weekly time frame, I am seeing a falling wedge pattern, which is pretty similar theme with quite a bit of these altcoins. Especially, since earlier this year. I think I've held some of these losers since about May, right? Taking some profits, but I did not get to liquidate all my positions, so I am holding some losers. Let's see if it rebounds, right? Let's take a look into what could be happening here. Now we have a falling wedge pattern, which typically breaks to the upside, and it did, and this is the weekly time frame, right? So it's a pretty big pattern here. Let's take a measure target out of that actual breaking point, right? So based on this actual breaking point here, we have a measure target of just right about 60 cents here. So pretty big move still. Measure targets are estimates only. It could be over, under. And it's not an automatic move that it's going to get there. As you guys can see, price action broke out of this pattern and basically went back into a downtrend, a smaller downtrend. Let's see what could be happening here. Okay, we're going to take a look into a smaller time frame, the daily time frame, and see if we can get any kind of clues on what's happening. Is it a bearish pattern? Is it a bullish pattern telling me that this price action is more likely to continue upwards, or this is it? This is the end of the breakout here. So let's take a look. Based on what I'm seeing here, I don't see a falling wedge really here. Not here, but possibly. Just going to do this on the fly here, okay? So bear with me a little bit. So we do have a small falling wedge, right? Got a small falling wedge on this daily time frame. Broken out. Let's see what the measure target of this small falling wedge is. Out of this pattern, it's going to be about 38 cents area. Okay. So has broken out of a smaller falling wedge, measure target 38 cents area. I mean, in my opinion, that's basically failed because it has basically gone down to a lower low here. Noticeably, okay, than this one. So I think this one is basically invalidated. Let's take this one out. So let's see if we have another pattern here, okay, that we could go off of. Okay, so we have a smaller falling channel here. Okay, we are in a smaller falling channel still. And in my opinion, we this breakout here from this falling wedge on this weekly time frame is still valid. Possible double bottom if the price action comes all the way back down to its previous all-time lows at about 33 cents area, right? Which the price action is very close. But, in my opinion, that is not a very clear double bottom. I mean, you could read it as a double bottom. It's not a very clear one. It is still playing out this smaller falling channel here. Quite a bit of bullish divergence on the RSI, right? You had your lower low here, right? And then a higher low or equal low on the RSI. That is bullish divergence, usually plays to the upside, which it did. It gave you that breakout. So let's take a look into this smaller falling channel here. The smaller falling channel measured target is going to be a smaller one, right? So let's pick a measured target that's about, Sunday, September 24th. For no significance, really, I'm just taking a measured target. So I'm just picking a random breakout point, right? That seems to be reasonable. So I'm going to pick it 3 days away from today, right? I think that's kind of just going to give you some reasonable time, right? It could be earlier, it could be later, or it could absolutely break down from this falling channel as well, okay? But falling channels typically break to the upside as well. And if it does break out to the upside in 3 days, it's going to give you a measured target of about 37 cents area. Now, all these trading concepts, please do Google search them yourself and learn them yourself because it is public knowledge. Falling channels, falling wedges, measured targets. Go and learn these concepts yourself because at the end of the day, that is the most important thing you can do for yourself, right? Learning these on your own and then being able to judge what's going on in the market on your own without having to listen to someone else for the most part. Let's take a look into what's going on in terms of the key noticeable resistances. Okay, we're going to take a look into some moving averages that could be acting as resistance. Daily 21 SMA, which is basically at about 35 cents area, the blue line here. Daily 50 SMA, about 36 cents area. Daily 200 SMA, pretty far up there, about 46 cents area, the orange line. 3-day 21 is going to be about 37 cents area, the blue line. 3-day 50 SMA, about 41 cents area, the gray line. Let's take a look into the weekly. Weekly 21 SMA is about the blue line here at about the 40 cents area right now, okay? Now, those are going to be some key noticeable resistances going upwards. There are other key resistances you guys can look into from past trading history, but for time's sake, we're not going to do that here. We can take a look into the downside here, okay? Because we don't have any major moving averages to name, so we're going to just take a look into past trading history. And, since this coin is still pretty new, we could even take a look into the weekly time frame here. First one here is going to be about the 33 cents area because that was the previous all-time low in that area, okay? If that area does not hold, the only other estimate I can give you, if the price action continues down this falling channel pattern, is going to be based on estimates along this bottom trend line. So, it's going to be, dragging pretty close to about 32 cents area. Of course, if this pattern actually breaks down, then we could revisit this chart and see what else we could be looking at in terms of a trading pattern instead. But, I am not currently trading this coin. But if you guys do want to see more of this coin, more updates, do hit like, subscribe, comments, letting me know that you guys do want to see updates on this coin. If enough of you guys want to see it, I'll bring you guys an update. Now, that's basically it for my quick look on Axelar. Let's take a look into Bitcoin real quick because that's very important. It did have quite a bit of a move today. I mean, 2%, that is a move for Bitcoin. We do have the stock market also down, which I do take a look into because on a higher time frame, it does, in my opinion, affect the crypto markets. Okay, like on the monthly time frame, maybe sometimes even the weekly, for the most part. Okay, now let's take a look into Bitcoin here. Yesterday, I mentioned that Bitcoin had a rising wedge, right, on the 6-hour time frame, right, broke down. And then when a rising wedge breaks down, I usually see if I can rechart that into a rising channel. That rising channel also broke down, okay? And then now, it seems like it is, at least to me, it's forming some type of a falling wedge. Not completed, just seems to me that it's forming, okay? My personal sentiment on this market is still overall bullish because the price action for Bitcoin has been able to stay away from this breakdown so far. On this weekly time frame, this double top pattern, it has been able to stay away from this breakdown so far, okay? So my overall opinion is still bullish until we get a confirmed breakdown here. Or if anything else happens, then I will let you guys know I changed my opinion. Currently, I am still holding longs on on quite a bit of these altcoins, but I am taking a quick scalp to the short side of Bitcoin here. So that's basically what I'm doing so far. Don't follow what I'm doing. It is not financial advice. It's just personally what I'm doing. Now, this is basically a wrap up for this post. I will be doing more posts for later today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of the day and see you guys later.